Live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium on the campus of Union University in Jackson, Tennessee, Flow Sports proudly presents the Union University Volleyball Classic, and this is game number 10 featuring the host school, Union University, against Edward Waters University of Jacksonville, Florida. Hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Beverly. This has been a fun classic. We just finished an exciting one between Southern Arkansas and Southwest Baptist. For the Edward Waters team from Jacksonville, they are loaded with outstanding players. Janeth Guzman, she's only 5'2", and Demalis Figueroa, but they can absolutely play all over the floor, chasing after every loose ball that you can imagine. Naomi Verges is one of the fine servers. And then you've got Ajaya Jackson, Brooklyn Jones, Jewel Helmuth, Taylor Kennedy. They are tremendous up-front players, as well as Dislandi Antonio, who may be arguably the best setter in this entire classic. For Union, smiles on the faces this afternoon because their all Gulf South Conference preseason player, Jordan Moore, is in uniform and is going to play today. And they have sorely missed her in these first 2 weekends of the season. Jordan is a senior from Atoka, Tennessee. And you'll also be hearing us talk about Sydney Whitaker, Hope Harrington, Ashley Pruitt, Marie Trosian, and the senior Reese Owens. They will all be solid across the board this afternoon, and this, again, may well be a very even matchup across the board. Edward Waters has had some tough times in this classic, but I will tell you, they have played extraordinarily close. They lost a 3-1 matchup against Arkansas Monticello, but the last 3 of them, they were very, very tight, could have gone either way. And then this morning, it was Ouachita that took care of Edward Waters in 3 consecutive sets. And you got to know, even though these ladies are young, they having to play most of them 4 games this weekend, 2 a day. It can take a lot on the body and on the emotions. But right now we're ready to go with Reese Owens to serve it for Union, and we're underway. Glad to have you aboard on Flow Sports. Owens with the save. In between the defenders, finding the pocket. Hannah Hamill connected. Owens so dependent upon for leadership on this team, and into the net. We are tied at 1. Lady Bulldogs are desperate for a victory, lost the first 2 in this classic yesterday, and they lost all 4 of them last weekend, so they are desperate to get on the winning board. And there you go. That's why Jordan Moore has been so sorely missed. She checks out, and in comes Hope Harrington, the senior from Spokane, Washington. Her mom, who is here today, I know she wants to see her graduate. Here's the set, and it's wide. Hope turned her body just a little bit too quickly, and it went too far left. So with a 2-2 tie, in to serve is Naomi Verges. She is so effective at what she does. In between the defenders, a soft delivery for Vanja Stefanovic from Serbia. And she's going to go back to serve. Union with a 3-2 lead. And it is in. She found the upper right-hand corner with the serve, so give her an ace. Takes that three-step run and jump, and that one had a little bit too much protein behind it. And back to serve one of the talented people we've seen this weekend, Lauren Smith from Middletown, Ohio. Tough line drive serve for her to handle. And that one's going to fall. Some miscommunication as to who was going to try to pick it up. And Union by 2. And here is the Chicagoan, Marie Tarosian. Good job of saving it up front. Powerhouse, Reese Owens. You could tell she was making Figueroa a target. And Demali, she just could not tag on to that one. There's the set. Stefanovic delivers, and Union is already up 7-3. Lady Bulldogs just seem to be up for this one this afternoon. Too long. So a couple of service errors have contributed to 2 of the 4 points for Edward Waters. When this one is over, they're done for the Classic. I don't know if they're staying overnight here or not, but they have a 13-and-a-half-hour bus ride back home. Wham! Is it in? No. Reese let it fly, but it was just beyond the stripe. There's the set. That one's going up to the grid. Off the defender's hands. So Stefanovic delivers, and here comes Hope Harrington. Her team with a 3-point lead. Such an energetic young lady. And that's 3 of them where the serves have gone long. And you have to avoid keeping an Edward Waters team in something like this by your own miscues. This is Vasquez from Winter Haven, Florida. That line drive serve that has that low curve to it. Into the net. They do get it over. Here's the set. Jordan Moore. And she's the intimidator up front. And here we go with Ashley Pruitt on the serve. Perfectly delivered. Excellent job by Verges. She has power that is so deceptive. The young lady from the Dominican Republic, and here is Taylor Kennedy from Savannah, Georgia, a place where I used to live. High set. And the blockers deliver up front for Edward Waters, and they have closed within 1. Union has had 2 3-point leads. And Kennedy, that slap serve. That may be into the net, and they're not going to be able to save it. Helmuth desperately tried to dig it out, but she could not. So we're back to Reese Owens serving again. She takes that two-hop. That is the 4th service error that Union has had. And that has given 4 of the 9 points to this Edward Waters team in a collision between players. They're not going to get it. That one made Smith a target, and the others could not approach it fast enough. So Union has led all the way, but they haven't been able to pull away. It's Tolliver. This one will have to go. High set, block, recovery. Wham, bam. Verges, what we've seen her do so often this weekend. 11-10. And she's back to serve. She's a senior. They are going to miss her after this year on this Edward Waters team. She has just an intimidating serve into the net, and we are tied at 11. Timeout called by Kristen Blackburn, and so with the score 11-11, let's take a break. We'll see you in a minute.
Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day, and every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Union has had a problem with service errors, 5 of them so far in the game. Very high set. And the same thing at the opposite end. That's going up to the grid, and it's not going to come down. Tolliver went way high with it, and Edward Waters with its first lead at 12-11. Lauren Ford, the head coach, and the assistants, Derek Bennett and Valerie Owens. That one had to go. Beautiful block up front. And Pruitt could not get it up high enough, and so it is a 5-0 run. And Vergier's continuing to serve. That one was intimidating. Wait a minute, they changed the ruling on that. Give the point to Union. One official said Edward Waters, but the overruling official said Union. So Lady Bulldogs trailing, and here's Stefanovic to serve. Right up in the net. And that one will go up into the seats. So they've knotted it up at 13. Stefanovic is a very strong player, 5'10". And she takes the run and jump approach, and that one goes reverse off of the hands of Brooklyn Jones. Union back to the lead, 3 in a row. Perfectly measured. Nora Leroy. And back to serve is Lauren Smith. Freshman from Middletown, Ohio, but she has played like an upperclassman this weekend. Boy, she has a soaring serve. They're not going to hold it. And you have a lot of the student body in here as well as some of the locals who are here to watch this one, so Union is going to have a significant crowd advantage. Here's the set. There's the high set. In between the defenders, but they managed to jerk it out. Good volley so far. And that was all Hope Harrington. She measured her opponent, so it's now 3 in a row for Union as Marie Tarosian serves again. And absorbing that moisture today has been a challenge in every game. And there's the high set. Good job retrieving that by Figueroa. And they led them to the net. Good recovery by Edward Waters. And sliding, but not able to connect is Tolliver. So they end the Union string, and the Bulldogs up 16-15, and the Tigers will have Janice Guzman back to serve it from Kissimmee, Florida. Line drive, and that one is going to come to the grid. Into the net. One key problem that Union has had so far in these first 2 weekends has been winning the first set. There's just such an emotional lift if you can accomplish that. There's the set. Pounding it on the inside, Stefanovic. And so far she's had 4 kills, and timeout called by Edward Waters. Union on top 18-15 in game 1. More in a moment.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Lady Bulldogs back out to their 3rd 3-point lead of the contest. And back to serve will be Hope Harrington. And her mom is her biggest fan, I can tell you that. Hope up high for the serve. That was 1, 2, 3, and then jump. And Kennedy left no doubt about her presence. With that much energy, she could have sent that one all the way across the St. Johns River. Boy, did she get a dip with that serve. They've got Jordan Moore back in on the front line. (18-17) now. As the rally is on for Edward Waters, Vasquez to serve. She's from Winter Haven, Florida. Line drive goes into the net. So Union holds on to the 19-17 lead, and Ashley Pruitt from Memphis will take control of service. And she just takes about a half step and then releases it. That's up to the grid. And it barely stayed in. And once again, you got Kennedy asserting her dominance. And she is going to come out instead of going to serve, and they will bring in Autumn James, the freshman from Gainesville. Boy, that is a hard line drive to handle. Blocked and in. We're tied. We've seen this front line of Edward Waters, even though they have not won a match, we've seen them be very precise, and they can lead some runs into the net. So the service error, that is the third one for Edward Waters. Union has made 5 of them. Lady Bulldogs still clinging to a tenuous 1-point lead, and Reese Owens back to serve. And she has the slap serve. High set for Jordan. And there seemed to be confusion on that set. Deadlocked at 20. I got a feeling we're going to get further behind on our schedule. And Owens. They sent that one almost to the basketball goal that was above them. Reese, another fine save. That was all Marie Terosian. And she can get up high and just rip them. Here's Dylan Tolliver to serve. And they won't save it. Excellent job. And Verges is going back to serve with the game tied. That tough line drive again. In between the defenders. She found the gap in that quadrant. And a perfect delivery. And again, that's Marie Terosian using the geometry of the game. And we got timeout again. Union up 22-21. It could be a thriller going down to the wire. Well, this has been one that you can't exactly call it seesaw because Union has led it, or it's been tied most of the way. Union has had 3 3-point leads, but this is one that nobody has been able to pull away. Let's look at some of the individual totals right now for Edward Waters. 3 kills for Leroy and 3 for Verges. For Union, 4 kills each for Tarosian and Stefanovic. And we'll give you some more after the serve from Stefanovic herself. Union with a team edge in kills, 14-10, and in assists, 13-9. Line drive, and that one just was sent between her 2 teammates up front, Leroy and Catala. That was a big one. Union 2 away from a win in the opening set. Way high with a lot of spin, downward. We've seen a lot of that this weekend from Helmuth. Lauren Smith back to serve, the young lady from Middletown, Ohio. She is a freshman. They've got 8 freshmen on this roster. Here's the set. And Hope Harrington delivers. And it's game point, Lady Bulldogs. Got the spin. Good save by Reese Owens. Out of bounds, and the Lady Bulldogs finally take a set. An opening set, to be sure, 25-22. So, we got potentially 4 more of them. We'll be back with game 2 after this. Union takes the first one, 25-22. And they have the advantage of the home fans behind them, but this Edward Waters team has been extraordinarily resilient throughout this classic. And even though they haven't won a match, they have been in virtually every single one that they have had. They took Southern Arkansas down to the wire and actually led late in the third set of that loss. And then this morning was really their roughest outing against Ouachita. They just had a tough time holding on in there. And now they get the full complement of personnel into the game. And as I've mentioned several times otherwise today, it has been so nice to have an event like this indoors because of how miserable the weather has been since Thursday in West Tennessee. And we're ready for game two. Here's the set. That's why she is regarded as an All-Gulf South Conference prospect. She is indeed an intimidator up front. They say she's 5'11". I think she's 6'1". And Moore just keeps it alive. Block. Tied at 1. And it's Katala back to serve it. She has also a difficult line drive to serve. That's another part of Jordan Moore's game. It's almost like you're watching a roller coaster just completely dip and make your stomach completely leave your body when she hits one like that. And that one was slammed up against Ashley Pruitt and could not clear the net. So this is starting out even once again. And Verges, the always tough server, is back to deliver, and it was too long. Hope Harrington checks back in for Moore. And it's Dylan Tolliver to serve it. Getting close to the net. That was like watching a pinball machine after Reese Owens delivered it. That bounced off about 3 sets of shoulders, and Union to the 4-2 lead. Tolliver gets that wicked curve at the end. And that's 4 hits. Hope could not clear the net with it. So this will be Lauren Smith, and she is always dangerous with the ball in her hand. And they're having just a little discussion. I'm not sure what this is all about, but so Lauren Smith comes back. Now she's coming back in. Well, I think she's unsure of what she's going to do. And this time we finally see Jewel Helmuth, who's going to go back and serve. That was rather interesting. And that one would have been a ground rule double in some ballparks. Stefanovic back to serve again. 5 kills, 3 aces, 2 digs, and into the net. Those service errors are just mounting up for Union, and it has been killing them. That's 6 of them. And that has kept this Edward Waters team alive. High set. And Hope delivers. Five 4 Union lead. Tarosian to serve. Well, that one would have been a clean double. That one was all the way back beyond the free throw circle. Good save by Marie. And a good recovery down low. Block. And a lot of energy from Reese Owens after that. Union with its largest lead in either of the 2 games at 8-4. And Marie back to serve again. Well, Marie would have gotten a single out of that one, but it was still beyond the stripe. 8-5, and here's Autumn James. That one has to go, and it does. Perfect setup, and Tolliver retrieves it. Measuring it well was Verges. That's her 6th point of the contest, and that's closed it to within 2. James delivers. I would hope that if Reese Owens was ever angry that she would not have a volleyball in her hand. I'm not going to be anywhere near. Whoa, did she have power on that. Hope with the serve. There's the set. Back in the corner, Reese Owens. She counters, and Union back to a 4-point lead in the second set. Hope to serve. That line drive went all the way to the back row. Block. They won't save it. And you could tell Ashley Pruitt was going to assert herself, and timeout called by Edward Waters as Union has gone to the lead 11-6.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Has your home comfort gone to the dogs? Beat the heat this summer with Jackson's most trusted team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air Conditioning. Our York certified and trained technicians can repair or replace your HVAC system, keeping everyone cool so you don't end up in the doghouse. Sit, relax, simply call or go to our website. It's wonderful to chill knowing you always have someone by your side. Your HVAC system's best friend, McCoy's Heating and Air.
And you can hear the enthusiasm from the student section imploring these Lady Bulldogs to pour it on. Good save in the back by Tarosian. And they're going to have to rush to get that one. Excellent save in the backcourt. And Reese, to call that a kill may be an understatement. Reese with 7 points now. Tarosian a good save once again. There's the set. And completely fooled the defenders. And Ashley Pruitt delivers. Ashley's already had 18 assists. And Hope is doing her thing with the serve. Union again dominating the up front. Up by 8, 14-6, and it really has this Lady Bulldog team energized. Reese Owens, this time much softer. Union dominating, and Hope Springs Eternal back in service. And timeout called again. Union up 15-6 in game 2.
The biggest thing for me was realizing the value that you receive from a Christ-centered education.
You'll have some things modeled for you that you're not going to get at a big secular state school, even though it might be cheaper, and that's a big deal to sit under somebody who loves the Lord, who loves his craft, and who's ready to impart all of that to you.
Definitely don't write off a university just because of costs, especially Union. They really do help students generously with financial aid.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Union dominating the key statistics, 25-14, the edge in kills. And assists on top, 23-13. They've had 48 attacks on the ball to 43 for Edward Waters. And Diggs, the lead, 22-14. And the lead in the score right now, 15-6 in game 2 and going into the net. But Hope Harrington did some solid serving up to that point. Checking back in is Dylan Tolliver. And to serve, it's Figueroa for the Tigers. And that is all Jordan Moore. She's the equivalent of what Dale Earnhardt Sr. used to be on a NASCAR track. Off the net. This will be a high set. Good recovery up front. Solid. That's what you say about Vergez all the time. She is a solid player. And here's Katala back to serve. Trailing by 8. Into the net. That's the 6th service error for Edward Waters. And here's Reese Owens with a 9-point lead. And some confusion as to who was going to take that one, and Katala took a dive, but could not capture it. So Union by 10, a position they have not been in this year. And Reese was taking a swing for the fence on that one. And here comes Verges. Seems like she is always back there in the service box. And too long. She was trying to get a triple down the right field line. 19-9. And here is Tolliver, the sophomore from Franklin. And she goes wide. Most of the service errors have been long rather than wide right or left for Union. And that is the 9th one of this match. And here's Jewel Helmuth from Winter Garden, Florida, another one of the 8 freshmen on this Edward Waters team. Here's your set. Pruitt with the assist. They get it in the corner. That is 20 assists for Ashley Pruitt. And Stefanovic back to serve. She's had 3 aces this afternoon. And it is in. Just made it inside the stripe. They gambled to see if it was going to go astray, and Union up by 11, 4 away from taking their 2nd straight game in the match. And that's 4 aces for Stefanovic. In between the defenders. She found the pocket in that quadrant. Stefanovic is playing herself a fabulous game this afternoon. 6 kills, 4 aces, 2 digs, 10 points. And Vanya to serve. Blocked up front. Point to Union. 2 away from a 2nd set win. Vanya back to serve again. Into the net. She was hoping to get that downward flight just a little bit later, maybe about a split second later. 23-11. And they are quickly going to send in Guzman. And she's going to try to see if she can slice away some of this big advantage that Union has in game number 2. Good save by Tolliver. And that one's in. The one thing you can say about Verge is she plays with intensity. I don't care if her team is 10 or 11 down or if they're leading by 10. She is going to go out, all out for it. Point goes to Edward Waters, and so they have sliced a couple off of it. And here's Guzman again to serve. High set. Union retrieves. Perfect setup, and the block goes out of bounds. Kennedy took that little bicycle step forward, fired it, and the Union blockers sent it beyond the stripe. 4 in a row now for this Edward Waters team. This one does have to go. Good save by Reese Owens. Soft one. Owens comes back up to retrieve it. in between the defenders. She found it in a triangle there over on the left-hand side. Big rally going for Edward Waters, and this has to be a huge emotional lift for the Tigers. Here's your set. Powering it home, Marie Tarosian. It is set point. And Marie is going to go back and see if she can seal the victory. This Lady Bulldog team seems to be playing just a lot more relaxed this afternoon. Blocked. They have to save it. In under the net. So the Lady Bulldogs, 2 in a row. This one by a big margin, 25-15. So Union, 1 set away from its first match victory of the season. We'll see if Edward Waters can pull the comeback after this. Steve Beverly back with you for Game 3 of this match between Union University and Edward Waters in the Union University Volleyball Classic. And the Lady Bulldogs seem to be in much more control than they've been having to play from behind virtually the entire season so far in these first 2 weekends. And now they are up 2-0, and they could wrap it all up right here. Now, for those of you who may be looking for Southwest Baptist against Arkansas Monticello at 5, that is probably going to be somewhere closer to 5:30, depending on the length of this game. If it wraps up with this third game right here in the set, then we could be looking at about 5:30. If this thing goes 5 sets, it's anybody's guess. Lady Bulldogs to serve first, and it is Pruitt, who has a huge number of assists already. And I don't think they were expecting that one to come all the way around, and giving a Hulk Hogan flex right there was Jewel Helmuth as Edward Waters gets the first point. And back to serve for the Tigers. It is Katala. And she had that low line drive serve. That's one of the few times you'll see Jordan Moore blocked. And it's as if this Edward Waters team has taken a tablet, at least in these first two exchanges. And Jordan, she didn't slam it home. She instinctively knows the angles on this floor to play the ball. And Reese Owens back to serve, trailing 2-1. That's way long. Nora had good intentions with that one, but it was about 4 feet beyond the stripe. Reese with that line drive serve, and it is in. It hit the upper right-hand portion of the square. Sometimes Reese will just tear the life out of you, and that's one of them. And I can see over across the way, her coach, Kristen Blackburn, she saw the mistake that Reese made when she delivered that one. That is 11 service errors for the Lady Bulldogs this afternoon. And great fake, and Marie Trosian delivers. It just seems to have been a huge lift for the Lady Bulldogs to have Jordan Moore in the lineup. Dylan Tolliver to serve. And they're going to have to chase that. They can't. Verges made a valiant effort, but that one was just spinning out of control. Checking is Brooklyn Jones for Edward Waters. Tolliver with that line drive. And a desperation, they get it over and in between the defenders. It looked as though nobody called that one. And Figueroa's back to serve, the young lady from Puerto Rico. And that one's wide. Figueroa has a wicked serve, but that one just spun wide on her. And to serve it, Stefanovic. She gets a high jump on her release. Excellent return by Brooklyn Jones. She is a very emotional player out there, as is Taylor Kennedy, and they're going to be the front line. And into the net. Guzman, she was coming up fast thinking that she had it, but instead it just hung up on the top. So Marie Trosian is back once again. Marie with 6 kills in this game and 10 digs. All right, this is a soft set. And they curl it back up front. The block. And that was all Taylor Kennedy. She is a solid frontline performer. They pick it up off the block. Almost a collision. Good save over by Pruitt and off the hands of Tarosian. So we are tied at 7. This is the kind of game where Edward Waters can turn the tide. They did that in a game yesterday against UAM. The soft return works wonders for Union, and Hope Harrington will go back to serve. Double H has got 1 service ace today, and she scored 4 points. That one went low. Let's see if Moore goes for this. No, they go to the corner, and it's wide. Tied at 8. There was a gap that was open down there in the upper left-hand corner, but too much energy on that. And Kennedy to serve. Blocked. Moore retrieves it up front. And look at the fist pump. Moore and Pruitt working together. And Ashley will serve it. Here's the high set. Blocked, but a nice recovery. Up near the grid. And wide. Union back to a 2-point lead. But every lead seems to be tenuous in this third game. Union is up 2-0. Perfectly delivered by Verges. Proof positive that you don't always have to slam it home in order to get a score. And here is Katala. They got that backspin on it. Here's the set. Great recovery, but it went up into the grid and then into the first row of seats right down below our vantage point. And the official is calling Reese Owens over for a discussion. Must not have been anything terribly serious because she had a smile on her face. Lady Bulldogs up 11-9, but this is such a resilient Edward Waters team. And they're also having the same conversation with Naomi Verges. And I don't know if they were making some kind of case because of where the ball landed. Should it have been declared out of bounds? And Reese is coming right back over there to get in on the conversation. And Verges is continuing to plead her case on this. Well, despite the long consultation, it doesn't change the point. And Owens delivers. High set. Off the defenders. That set was not very high at all. And they fake it. Vergez, who is just such an all-versatile player. Doesn't matter where she is on the floor. She is a threat. There's the set. Enough power by Stefanovic to register the point. She now has 12 points in this game. I should say in this match. Tolliver back over in the lower left-hand corner. Block and down. That was one where the measurement is a gamble. Tolliver's going to go after it again. Into the net. That's been the weak point today. 13 service errors for the Lady Bulldogs. And it appears every time that happens, it is a lift for this Edward Waters team. And that one went off the defenders. So back to a one-point game with Figueroa serving. And she's one of the better ones. The set. And she found that open pocket, the gap between the four and the square. As I say, they ought to use volleyball diagrams in geometry books. Timeout called. Union still on top by 2. More in a moment. Union leads 14-12 in Game 3. Lady Bulldogs won the first one 25-22 in one that had a lot of excitement, and then dominated Game 2 25-15 against Edward Waters. But as we've said, this Edward Waters team has had, even though they haven't won a match this weekend, they have shown promise. They have been resilient. They have come oh so close. So you cannot count any lead as a cushion against them. And Stefanovic, who's had a solid afternoon with 9 kills. She's had 4 aces today, 3 digs, 13 points. Her points lead the Lady Bulldogs. And she has that one-hand grip on the ball. Good save up front. That one's too long. She went left-handed, and Naomi just simply had too much spin on it, and it went beyond the stripe. Stefanovic once again. That one went almost to the grid. And they'll never be able to save it. Tolliver sent that one sailing in reverse. 15-13, substitutions coming in all around. And in to serve once again will be Janice Guzman. Guzman, that straight line drive. Off of the hands of Lauren Smith. And that was a whammo from Carly Charles, the freshman from Nolensville, Tennessee. Back to a 3-point lead and Tarosian to serve. And she nailed it. Figueroa dove in an attempt to try to save it, but she found the right gap and was aiming over for the left-hand side, but it went into the net. Three-point lead for Union. And the serve into the net. Now, the ruling was her hand was over the net when she returned it, and you could tell Lauren Ford didn't like it, and Verges was really complaining about it. She goes, "Oh, come on." They're not going to reverse that. 18-14. Hope Harrington. And they're going to have to chase this one down big time. Jordan Moore saved it. That was like a helicopter coming right at you, and I think some of that is because Verges, she wanted to let loose a little bit of her frustration at not getting the previous call. Edward Waters trails by 3, and Kennedy to serve. That was geometrically correct for Reese Owens. I would venture that to be about a 60-degree angle. Up by 4. Pruitt to serve. Blocked up front. Combination of Moore and Stefanovic. Union now 5 away from wrapping it all up. Pruitt with 30 assists. Now she gets the signal. She just takes a little one-step walk. Blocked up front. Good combination of Kennedy and Verges. Trying to rally from 4 down, and it will be Catala to serve. Reese had it to go just a little bit long in the corner. And that pumped up the Edward Waters bench. And that's too long. As we might say, foul ball down the left field line. All right, Reese Owens, who started out serving, now with a 4-point lead and a chance to end it. Now this has to go, and it's right into the net. Figueroa went with the slap return and didn't get any height on it. 3 points away from victory for Union. And the defenders could not hold on to it. Edward Waters still has life. And Verges is going to serve it. She gets that low dip. It's like a slow curve in baseball. And if she's successful, once it gets over the top of the net, it just goes on a downward curve. This has to go. Blocked. They're on a rally and on a march. Timeout, Union. Lady Bulldogs still lead by 2, but the Tigers are coming.
Your life, your home,
your business, your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
If you're looking for Southwest Baptist and Arkansas Monticello, we're still in the previous game. And Union gets the point, 2 away from victory. We're guessing it'll probably be around at least 5:30. Let's take another break, and we'll be back.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Union 2 away from victory, and this is Tolliver. That one went off the hands of Pruitt. Tigers are still alive. And Figueroa going back to serve. She had a wicked curve on hers. Is it in? It is. Stefanovic saw the gap, went for it. You take a gamble, and it is match point for Union. And Stefanovic trying to deliver the victory. The set, that's up on the grid. That goes way high again. The block up front. And they could not get the set. And Figueroa keeps them alive. And back to serve, it's Brooklyn Jones. They have to get to 26 to win this one. Union trades off with Carly Charles back in for defense. Off the defenders, and game, set, match. Union wins it in straight sets. 25-22 in the final. It was 25-22 in the opener, 25-15 in the second, and in the finale, 25-22. Let's look at the team totals. For Edward Waters, a solid performance by Katala with 27 assists in the game. Verges, you always expect this from her. 13 points, 12 kills, 6 digs. And Kennedy was in with 4 kills as well. But over for Union, let's take a look. Ashley Pruitt, 33 assists on the day, 2 digs, 2 kills. And she had 4 points. Marie Tarosian with 8.5 points, 14 digs, and she had 7 kills. And again, put her totals together. Reese Owens, 9 kills, 10 digs. She had a couple of service aces, 12 points. And it was good to see Jordan Moore back in there with 6 kills, and she had 1 dig, 7.5 points. But our player of the game, and I think this is one that you really just saw how she came in with a mission this afternoon. Vanya Stefanovic had 11 kills. She had 19 attacks on the ball, 4 service aces. She had 3 digs and 15.5 points to be the game leader in that category. So our player of the game is the Serbian, Vanya Stefanovic, and congratulations to her and to the Union Lady Bulldogs on winning their first match of the season, and they'll be back in action at, well, it's supposed to be 7 o'clock. It may be around 7:30 against Ouachita Baptist. It all depends on what happens with the game between the two teams that are warming up right now, Southwest Baptist against Arkansas Monticello. The clock hasn't started yet, but it will probably launch right around 5:30, so if you're following us on the Flow Sports app, look for us then. So your final score once again is Union defeating Edward Waters in straight sets. And this afternoon, your director has been Christopher Reasons, and on camera, the executive producer of our production company, Worthy Road Studios, Paul Schulze. I'm Steve Beverly. This broadcast is a presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conference, and its member institutions. Any other use of the descriptions and accounts and pictures of this game without the express written consent of Flow Sports or the production company Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. I'll see you back for the next one, Southwest Baptist against Arkansas Monticello. Until then, so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.